Hello everyone, we are Xanthos Earthkeepers, bringing you down-to-earth news. If you want to follow on in text, please click on the link in the description below this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share widely. Also, please join us on Facebook for access to additional content and discussion. Thanks for your support and love for Mother Earth. The plain truth, the infinite Earth realm. Planet versus planete. Going back to basics, a planet is technically an Earth that orbits the stars, but a planete, as in natal, is when stars orbit the Earth. The definition of planete is a flattened plane and recognises that there is a planate bedrock surface beneath the gravels. This denotes that there is a firmly rooted, immovable base planete in which all things settle upon. Just as the sky above is an ever-expansive sky space that has no end, so below we have the same infinite planete. Furthermore, the concept of infinite planete and infinite sky space lends itself to the term realm or realm of life, or you can take the more pessimistic view and call it the realm of the dead. We tend to favour the Nikola Tesla Earth realm theory. Speaking of realms, most people are familiar with the Bible creatures of Genesis called the Nephilim, which is of unknown origin. But have you ever heard of the word Nephilim from the Norse mythology, which literally means realm of the dead? Nikola Tesla said, "Earth is a realm, it is not a planet. It is not an object, therefore it has no edge. Earth would be more easily defined as a system environment. Earth is also a machine, a Tesla coil. The sun and the moon are powered wirelessly with the electromagnetic field, the ether. This field also suspends the celestial spheres with electromagnetic levitation. Electromagnetic levitation disproves gravity because the only force you need to counter is the electromagnetic force, not gravity. The stars are attached to the firmament." And now, for Flat Earth 101. There are many arguments that disprove the globe Earth model. We have chosen a few examples here, but can also cover many more in live discussion. Rotation and speeds. We're indoctrinated to believe that the Earth is a globe spinning at 1,040 miles per hour, orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour, in a solar system that is itself orbiting around the Milky Way galaxy at 514,000 miles per hour, which is also moving through the universe at 1.3 million miles per hour. Compare these speeds to driving down the road at just 30 miles per hour. When you roll down your window at this speed, you immediately feel the air rushing by. So why don't you feel the effects of the Earth spinning or travelling through the universe? It is because the Earth is not a globe. It is not spinning. It is not orbiting the sun or moving through the universe. The Earth's planete is a stationary, infinite plane realm. Gravity. Gravity is a law of physics that has been accepted true for over 300 years, yet there is no scientific experiment that actually proves its existence. The original theory is based on assumptions that have never been proven. However, the existing laws of density and buoyancy perfectly explain the physics of falling objects. If gravity is a force said to be strong enough to hold the world's oceans, buildings, people, and atmosphere stuck to the surface of a rapidly spinning ball, then it's impossible for gravity to also simultaneously be weak enough to allow little birds, bugs, etc. to fly freely and unabated in any direction. Equally, if gravity is strong enough to curve the massive expanse of oceans around the globe Earth, wouldn't it be impossible for fish and other creatures to swim through such forcibly held water? I've heard some challenge density and buoyancy, as an object does not know which way it should fall and so needs gravity. Not so. The Earth has its own electromagnetic pulse, and objects are attracted towards it due to electrostatic energy. Think of it like a cathode ray tube television. When you turn the screen on and sunlight shines on it, you can observe dust particles being pulled towards the screen. That is due to electrostatic energy and attraction. The same applies to the Earth. Flight. The Earth is said to spin in an eastward direction. As stated previously, Earth spins at approximately 1040 miles an hour at the equator. If this is true, then why do flights travelling east to west take the same time as flights travelling west to east? A passenger jet typically travels at around 500 miles per hour. If it travels east to west, then taking the speed of rotation of the Earth, the plane would travel at 1540 miles per hour. That's the Earth's spin speed plus the plane's speed. If travelling west to east, then the speed would be minus 540 miles per hour. Plane speed minus the rotation of the Earth. The only explanation for the same flight durations is the Earth is not spinning. Einstein's theory of relativity only proves that the Earth is an infinite plane realm. The reason for that is that the theory of relativity does not work when applied to a plane landing on a north-south runway. The plane would constantly be flying sideways or skewed to achieve a landing, which is not the case. It flies straight towards and along the runway. This proves the Earth does not spin. Curvature. If Earth were a ball with a circumference of 25,000 miles, as NASA and modern astronomy claim, then spherical trigonometry implies that the surface of all standing water must curve downward an easily measurable 8 inches per mile multiplied by the square of the distance. This means along a 6-mile channel of standing water, the Earth would dip 6 feet on either end from a central peak. Every time such experiments are being conducted, however, standing water has proven to be perfectly level. Engineers and architects are never required to factor the supposed curvature of the Earth into their projects. Canals, railways, bridges and tunnels, for example, are always cut and laid horizontally, often over hundreds of miles without any allowance for curvature. The Suez Canal connecting the Mediterranean with the Red Sea is 100 miles long without any locks, making the water an uninterrupted continuation of the two seas. When constructed, the Earth's supposed curvature was not taken into account. It was dug along a horizontal datum line 26 feet below sea level, passing through several lakes from one sea to the other, with the datum line and water surface running perfectly parallel over the 100 miles. Scientists and NASA. When faced with flat Earth or any anti-globe arguments, people often initially dismiss the information they are hearing by saying scientists have already proven that, and they won't consider they have been lied to or even misled as they blindly trust authority. But the truth is, most scientists have not already proven that. The foundation for the scientific evidence were already established beliefs by the elite before it was packaged to us in public schools and higher education for men to specialise in the field. So most scientists haven't really proven anything regarding globe Earth, but have been handed the textbooks in which they learn to be mouthpieces. This is why we ask people to start doing their own research, as science is not perfect and is largely biased, and often mistakes are made which are not owned up to until the weight of counter evidence is undeniable. NASA is the same way. We have already provided science examples of the gravity, flight and curvature arguments, so in this section I will focus on NASA. All photos of the Earth that NASA produce are photoshopped CGI graphics. NASA's data visualizer and designer, Robert Simon, stated during a NASA presentation video that all images of the globe Earth are photoshopped CGI graphics, adding that they have to be. Take a look at the picture on screen showing the 8 official NASA photos of the Earth from the past 32 years. Note how they are all the same size, but that is where the similarities end. They are all different colours and even show the continents as different sizes, yet the overall size of the globe is the same. The next picture example shows how NASA graphic artists decided to cut and paste a cloud formation and duplicate it in the same photograph. $19 billion is spent by the US alone on NASA each year, yet they still have to fake pictures of globe Earth. Why? Because no picture exists showing the Earth as a globe. Well, perhaps it does, but it's not being shared with us. The globe theory is a fear tactic, and one that makes the Earth appear insignificant and temporary, which is farthest from the truth. Even the pictures of the Earth taken from the moon have been proven to show the Earth was added into the picture at a later time than when it was taken. Now, NASA is a huge topic, including fake moon landings and their involvement in another topic of Antarctica, both of which we plan to cover in the near future. Before watching further, please pause the video here and take the time to visit the wiki and familiarise yourself with the compass rose and the drawing tool compass. Links are listed below this video for your convenience. And now, I hand you over to my wife, Desideria.
The compass rose and the drawing tool compass. You might have noticed that the Xanthos logo is a compass rose, or 8-point star, which represents to us the 8 directions and is the star of Venus, Inanna, and Lakshmi. As you know, the compass rose is used for navigation, and the drawing tool is used for ascribing circles and arcs. The north star of the drawing tool is called its needle point, which is located on the steady leg and serves as a center point of circles that are drawn. It is our theory that the magnetic north of the compass is to keep us going in circles under the dome of control. And if you think they don't patrol the dome, think again. The drawing tool allows from a central point to draw a perfect circle around it, the needle point being the North Star. Basically, what the drawing tool does on paper, they did on land. They were then able to base real calculations off of this and created the azimuthal map. So, why would they lie? There are many different reasons why they've lied to us. They have a lot to lose if their lies are exposed because the lies run so deep. We have our own theory which we plan to share in depth another time, but the main reason they are lying to us is to control us to their own agenda, and even farm us, to get away from Earth before their time is up and their mask is removed, and because they don't want to be here. They have no intention of taking anyone with them, at least not anyone but the elite, but rather intend to use our mind, body, and spirits to help them reach their apex. We call this Ghanism, and 2 great examples are patriarchal institutional Christianity and Islam, whom both promote the ascension lie. What can we do to speed this along so we can unlearn and relearn and connect to Mother Earth instead of ascending to the Sky Father? We believe that globe theory is a result of the sun god religions, where everything and everyone revolves around the sun, Son of God. Again, this is a complex question, but it's not hard to explain or understand. And as usual, music never disappoints. Here are 2 great songs that describe Ghanism. These 2 songs are What's the World Coming To by Fleetwood Mac and Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. You can find links to watch those videos in the description below. Brainstorm this. If the marks on the moon are craters from meteors and we always see the same side of the moon, did the meteors originate from the Earth? Also, ask yourself why it is so important that we believe we are spinning when all our senses tell us we aren't. What is there to gain by convincing the world we are spinning? What do you do every day in your life in which you must account for the spin? Is there really justification to become so hostile when someone believes they aren't spinning? And finally, guys and gaias, we hope you will go back into the world trusting your senses, asking questions, and doing your own further research. Don't just sit and spin and twiddle your thumbs. We hope this article has piqued your interest as well as your concern, because now more than ever do we need to break the systems and institutions that enslave and oppress us. Please share this widely, subscribe to us here on YouTube, and look us up on Facebook. We use social media for activism while we are still allowed to have access to the internet, and encourage you to do the same. Thanks for listening.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Have you ever dreamed of going up to outer space? Or maybe meeting other beings from another place? Have you ever wondered what it's like on other planets? Then you watch a science show and come to believe you understand it? You feel empowered by the knowledge and you feel enlightened, listening to Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. But then you wake up and you start to see the obvious. Life is just a lie and this whole world ain't what we thought it was. NASA's missions to the moon were never completed. They just filmed them in a room and people believe it. I used to wonder what it's like to be an astronaut. Now when I see them acting, I can't help but to laugh a lot. They give us cartoons and they claim that we live on a ball, but it's flat and it's not moving or spinning at all. Why you lying to us, man? That's something that we want to know. After that you're gonna have to pack up all your stuff and go.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
History has been rewritten by winners of wars. The Jesuit order, Khazars, Freemasons and more. They pulled the veil over our eyes and it's time to awaken. Through organized indoctrination our minds have been taken. It's time we take our power back and we rescue our people. The Vatican and the bankers are like Resident Evil. They may have had the greatest plan that was ever concocted, but Illuminati never thought that they'd ever be spotted. They're manufacturing reality all in our heads. They tell us if the earth is flat then we'll fall off the edge, but if it is a spinning ball we won't fall off it then. And gravity is our imaginary magic friend. Why is water always flat when unmanipulated? Why are pictures of the earth computer generated? Why you lying to us, man? That's something that we want to know. After that you're gonna have to pack up all your stuff and go.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Dear NASA, it's becoming 100% crystal clear that you and the other space programs that are in operation are connected and are deceiving the entire world. More and more people are waking up every single day, and we are now able to see right through you. But what we really want to know is, why are you lying? Sincerely, me and the great people of this earth.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
The captain thinks the world is a round, see? But we all know it's a flat, right?
Of course it's flat. Sure, I know the world is flat.
Well, so do I. Everybody knows that.